paint on your car looking dull and lifeless, full of swirl marks, scratches, water spots? Clear coat looks more like frosted glass than clear coat? Well, stick around. I'll show you how to take this paint from zero to hero, all on a budget that won't break the bank. Ron Atchison for IDS Car Care. So we're going to start the paint transformation on the old blue Ford Focus. The paint on that car is 15 years old. It's been used and abused its entire life. Have no idea whether or not it's ever even been polished, let alone clayed. So to get started, I've got all the different products that I'm going to be using assembled here. We're going to start off with Jescar Auto Wash. This is a really nice soap. It has a lot of lubricity, cleans well. We'll be also using this soap as our lube for our clay treatment. With that, you're also going to need a quality wash mitt. This particular wash mitt I got at mckeys37.com. You're also going to need a nice selection of towels for removing the wax and the polish. These particular towels are our 365 edgeless. Come in a 5-pack at a really good price. We'll also be doing the decontamination of the paint. We'll be doing a chemical decontamination and mechanical decontamination. So for the chemical decon, I'll be using the McKeys 37 Extreme Iron Remover. What this does for you, it removes all the ferrous metal that's embedded into the pores of the paint. Makes claying a lot easier, a lot faster. Then we'll move on to the claying process. For claying the vehicle, I'm going to be using the McKeys 37 clay mitts. They come in 2 different grades. This one here happens to be the fine, and the gray one is the medium. So basically what you do with these, you would start off with the fine to see if that's going to get all the contamination off the paint for you. If it doesn't, then you step up to the medium. As rough as the paint is on that car, I'll probably end up using the medium on it. From there, get the car all dried off and everything, and we'll start the polishing process. For polish compound, we're going to be using the Poor Boys Master Cut. This is a little bit heavier duty rubbing compound. You saw in the opening video, the paint is pretty dead on that car, so I imagine it's going to take all of this to get all that oxidation and scratches and water spots and everything cleaned off of it. From there, we'll then refine the finish with Poor Boys SSR2. This is a medium grade polish. It's pad dependent, so depending on how aggressive a pad you use will determine how much correction this will have. Following the master cut, which will leave very little hazing or whatever to correct, so the SSR2 will be more than capable of cleaning all of that up. And then from there, we're going to need to add some protection to the paint. For that, we're going to use the Liquid Natty's Blue. It's a very nice wax. Get anywhere from 4 to 6 months out of it. It's very easy to apply and remove. Another very nice thing about this wax is you can use it in direct sunlight with absolutely no problem. There's very few waxes on the market that you can do that. So for the polishing steps, I've got our Lake Country HDO microfiber pad. This is a heavy cut pad. I'm not sure that I'm going to need that heavy of a pad or heavy of a cut pad with the master cut. So that's why you always do a test spot. You want to do the least aggressive method first. Our goal in the end is to clean up the paint and make it look nice. We're not looking for, a show car shine. I mean, it's a 15-year-old car. We just want it to look really nice. But at the same time, we want to leave as much clear coat on the car as we possibly can. So that's why you do a test spot. You start off with the least aggressive method first to see if that's going to achieve, what you're looking for. And then from there, you step up in aggressiveness. So if needed, I have the HDO heavy cut microfiber pad. I also have it in 3-inch. We don't have these on the site yet. We're still waiting on our shipment for these. But if we get any tight areas or whatever, we can use the smaller pad. From there, we'll be going to the HDO orange pad. The orange pad is a medium cut pad. Again, depending on what product, whether it's a compound or a polish you're using with it, will determine the amount of gloss that this pad creates. This pad is pretty much a good all-around pad. It's probably one of the most popular colors that we sell. I know it's probably the pad that I use the most out of all the different colors. It's just a great all-around pad. We also have that same pad in a red line in the 3-inch. From there, when it's time to apply the wax, the simplest way to do it is with a machine. Basically, the machine's a whole lot faster than you are. It doesn't get tired. You can wax a car the size of that Focus all the way around it, maybe 10 minutes. And for that, we'll be using the black Lake Country HDO pad. We've also got it in the 3-inch red line series. For all of the pads, you're going to need a 5-inch backing plate. As you can see, it fits on the pads perfectly. The pad and the backing plate are made to work together, so fits perfect. Backing plate's beveled to give you basically a margin of error. Safety. Pad's a little bit wider than the backing plate, so when you get into tight areas, the backing plate's not contacting the car or the paint. The other thing you're going to want to add is a 3-inch backing plate. I've already got it on the machine. As you can see with the 3-inch backing plate, the pad is a little bit wider than the actual backing plate. That's by design. When you have a small backing plate like that on the machine, everything starts getting close. The metal shroud on the machine gets close. The orbit of the backing plate itself doesn't leave a lot of room. So the pad itself is a little bit larger, so when you get into tight areas, you're not banging into the paint, the bottom of the mirrors or around your bumpers. And for the machine we're going to be using the Porter Cable 7424 XP. This machine is probably the one that started it all with the DA polishers, 20 years ago. The nice thing about this machine is it's affordable. It's durable. I mean, there's people out there that have bought this machine 20 years ago and they're still running, and they've done basically nothing to it other than use it and put it back in the box. So it's a very good machine for the price point. You basically can't beat it. So I'll be showing you how to get over some of the shortcomings, I guess, if you want to call it that. I don't really consider it a shortcoming, but some people complain about the amount of power the machine has. That's all down to technique, and I'll show you the technique to get around that so that you're not having any kind of problem. The machine is more than capable of removing swirls and scratches out of paint, just like a machine that's 3 times its cost. When you're buying all this stuff, I would suggest when you buy the machine that you purchase the pad intro kit. What the pad intro kit is going to get you is the 5-inch backing plate along with 3 different pads, color of your choice. My recommendation would be one of the orange, one of the black, one of the white. That way you have some different grades of pads, and you can see which ones work for you, which pad is going to do what you're looking to achieve. And then from there you can certainly add more pads. We've always got 6-pack mix and match that's an excellent deal. But the other nice thing about the pad intro kit is this machine by itself is $149. If you buy the intro kit, you're going to get a backing plate and you're going to get 3 pads for $169. I mean, it's $20 more, so it's pretty much a no-brainer to just go ahead and step up and get that kit. So with that, also the last product that I'm going to recommend that you get is the McKee's 37 polishing pad conditioner. And the reason that you use a polishing pad conditioner, as you'll see in the later videos, when you're adding the compound to the pad, you typically put 3 or 4 drops. Well, in the very beginning, that means the rest of this pad is dry. And when you've spent all the time polishing and removing scratches, the last thing you want to do is put scratches back into the paint. And anytime that you polish on paint with a dry pad, you stand the chance of doing that. So the polishing pad conditioner, what it does, it moistens the whole face of the pad, adds some lubrication to get you going. You know, once the pad has been seasoned and it's full of polish or compound, then you don't need to use the polishing pad conditioner anymore. It's just for an initial startup on a brand new or a clean, dry pad. So that's the products that we're going to be using on Project Blue Ford Focus. So hopefully you found this informative so far, and look forward to doing some more videos and show you the big transformation on the paint. This is Ron Atchison for IDS Car Care. Thanks for watching.